We have a problem because in the summer there are way too many games launching. That's why I call it the summer of death. And I kind of make fun of it, but it's a really big problem, I think. And we already did a video on it before, but now we got even more games that have revealed in like August till end of September date. And there are way more games still in the coming weeks, coming months, are going to be revealed and announced for that window. So I want to give you an update on the situation right now. Obviously, the reason is GTA 6. Like, they know if I launch before October, I'm safe. Because GTA 6 is probably mid-October to mid-November somewhere. They don't want to launch before it, because then people will save their money and be like, yeah, I'm going to wait for GTA 6. They don't want to launch after that, because then everyone is talking about GTA 6. So it's an interesting time. But on the other hand, this also creates a summer where there are going to be some winners and many, many losers. And let's play the winner-loser game too. We're going to watch something. Is it going to be a winner this summer or a loser? It's going to be fun. So, of course, let me know in the comments what you think too. And yes, I'm as always getting attacked by the light, and I will probably fix that at some point. So, okay, we're here with Plompity Plomp, Mafia The Old Country. Launches August 8th. And this has not been announced, but there was this image. We got a screenshot right here. It's kind of small, but it's in Spanish. We can like kind of go here. Trust me, it says 8 de agosto. Oh my god, I butchered that. But it said August 8th. They removed it. They're going to do a PAX East panel on May 8th, where they will have a new gameplay trailer and probably officially announce the date. But yeah, this is going to be a pretty big game. And to be fair, though, I think August 8th for this is actually pretty good. So I'm looking forward to it. Of course, to give you the quick rundown, it's set in Sicily, 20th century. We play Enzo, who, during his youth is in the working in the mines of this Italian island and wants a better life for himself. So he's like, let's work for this mafia family. That's probably gonna give me a better life, right? And we will go through that journey, and it's gonna be more linear, so similar to the older Mafia titles, not Mafia 3. And yeah, it looks really, really good. But my prediction has always been that I think it's gonna be a pretty short game, because Hangar 13, of course, they made the definitive edition. Before that, Mafia 3. They've not launched the game since, but they were working on a live service game that got cancelled at the end of 2022. So then they moved to this game. It has only been, not in development for a long time. So that's why I think they might cut it short in terms of length. I hope I'm wrong. But hey, I do think this could be a winner. If it's like a good game, August 8th is just before the craziness, as we will see in a moment. I think it's going to be great. Another new contender. Challenger has entered the ring. Marathon, of course, the next game from Bungie. Extraction shooter. A lot of riding on this, because Bungie needs it. Destiny is not as big as it once was, and they are only launching less and less content for a already declining fan base. So they hope they can get a big new audience in the extraction genre, and they're gonna do that on September 23rd. And this already kind of shows you why this Summer of Death is crazy, because this is the same day as Borderlands. And obviously, Borderlands 4 is going to be pretty big. Let's see, we have a trailer for it right here. Obviously, it's a different game. This is going to be a co-op only game. Marathon is more focused on PvP, while also having PvE elements. But there are going to be people, like Destiny fans, that are going to play this game, because it's also a looter shooter, like Destiny. So maybe they would have tried Marathon because they're like, hey, I'm a Bungie fan. But now they might be like, yeah, okay, I'm going for a safer bet, Borderlands, because I know I will like that genre of game. So, I don't know. I don't think that's a really smart release date for Marathon. But on the other hand, there's just not a lot of other room. Because if you move to October, you're closer to GTA. If you move earlier in September, maybe you're not ready yet, because they are... the game has been in development for more than 4 years, but it still feels like a lot of features are not in place. Creators got to play it, but a ranked mode, some voice chat, proximity chat, and stuff like that is not in the game yet. While they have been saying, yeah, we want to make this a social experience, it kind of feels like they still have a long way to go. I can see them maybe delay it, but maybe Sony was like, yeah, we paid $4 billion for you guys. We want something this year. We will have to wait and see, but obviously it's gonna do well, I think, initially, but yeah, it will get some air out of the room. And we also have this game, the new FBC Firebreak, another shooter, but this will be more co-op. So yeah, of course, from Remedy, set in the Control universe. This could be pretty cool. But also here, it's we've seen last year that if you make a game that people are not clamoring for, like they're not like, oh, I wish we had a game where we could play a student in Hogwarts. A lot of people said that. Hogwarts Legacy comes out, game is huge. I don't think anyone ever said, I wish we could play in the Control universe but a shooter. So I think this game, again, Remedy has a lot of fans and they release really, really great products. But I do think it's going to be hard for them to find an audience. They will be on PlayStation Plus Extra and Game Pass day one, so that's going to help them. But still, it's mostly a time thing. Will people have time for this game when there are millions of other titles coming out as well? So, wishing them the best. So, I would say Marathon in that window. Can I say like win or loser? Like, I'm kind of in the middle. It really depends on the quality of the game. I think FBC is going to have a hard time. Little Nightmares 3, we also know it's coming in 2025. Probably in the summer too. Or maybe around Halloween, but then you would be around that GTA 6 window. And of course, we're looking at the fact that GTA is still coming out this year, right? If that's getting delayed, I do think you will see a lot of people delay their game out of the summer of death. So maybe that's for the best, but then in 2026, you will have a similar moment, right? Where everyone will be just before GTA. Okay, so I'm gonna go over all the games that were already announced. You already kind of see it in the tabs here, but that were already announced for the summer. But there are also games that have not been announced yet, but that have been heavily rumored. One is a Gears of War collection, and this should come out in August. Not only did he claim that it would be released in early to mid-August, so that's already a competition for Mafia right there. Of course, having Gears finally on PlayStation is gonna be huge, and having the 3 games, if you never played that, it's a pretty good value. So, yeah, it should be coming PlayStation, Xbox, PC, could be big, without the multiplayer though, seemingly, so focused on the single-player component, but obviously you can probably still go up your way through the campaign. Starfield, we know a second DLC is coming. Starfield had a September launch and then a September DLC. They wanted to do a yearly expansion. I think they're gonna do a second DLC as well in September, then probably launch it on PS5 as well. There's no room, but Bethesda will probably be like, people will show up for Starfield, right? I think it will be a loser. I think they can better like move to January for this. Kind of pick their own spot. Then we have at the end of August, Metal Gear Solid Delta. I think this will be fine. The remake looks very, very good. And there's, of course, people want something Metal Gear. It's been a long time. And yeah, it's gonna hopefully, like, the only thing I can see them, like, if this would release in a quieter time, I think more people would maybe give it a shot. But I now only think the people that already maybe played the game or love the franchise and never played 3 will give this a shot. But maybe other people are like, yeah, there are too many other titles coming out. So I do think this could have done better in a quieter window. But yeah, it looks awesome. And it's totally on my list to play. End of August. A game that I do think will have a really hard time, though, is Hell Is Us. And the first time we saw the trailer at the State of Play, I think it looks kind of awesome. But the more I see of it, they're also asking, I think, full price for it. This is coming out September 3rd, by the way. The more I'm like, I don't know. So this is like more of a, like this, in particular this gameplay. It's like the combat, I don't know. It looks great, but you already kind of see that it won't have that impact that you kind of crave for, right? It has kind of the Stellar Blade vibe in terms of budget and stuff, but that game just did a lot of things very, very well, including the combat. Now, this game should also be focused on investigations. You don't have a lot of a UI, as you can see, but you will be talking to people and figuring things out in order to continue your journey. Like, this would have been a game that I think a lot of people are like, okay, this looks interesting. I want to give this a shot. But when you launch it in the middle of a very crowded period, I think people will, prefer to go for the sure bets, like a Borderlands or like a Metal Gear, right? And, maybe if it got, like, amazing reviews, but still, something's gotta give. Something's gotta give. But let me know if you're looking forward to this, of course, in the comments. But are you looking forward to it $60 at launch level? Or, again, it's I think they should also maybe delay this to get a better spot. But, at one point you gotta launch your game too. Then, maybe you forgot about this, but we're getting a Dying Light, the Beast standalone title in summer as well. This is gonna be end of August, early September too, probably. And I really like the first Dying Light. Less a fan of the second game. I did like the gameplay enhancements, but this looks amazing. I think this world looks very cool. Of course, having way more firepower from the start of the game, having the main character from Dying Light 1 back. I'm excited for this. So yeah, this is totally one of the games that I will be picking, but again, there's not a lot of time. A game that I know a lot of people are interested in, and I think this might hurt Hell Is Us even more. Like, what if, like, we know people love the first Lies of P, obviously, and this DLC looks like a 1.5 game. They obviously took their time developing it as well, and it's coming out in the summer as well. I think this will be a winner. This will probably be a winner. I can see this do very, very well. Dying Light will probably be a winner too, but it might not be as, like, I hope they have realistic expectations, because Dying Light 2 was very big, but that was also, again, people were craving for that game, and it also launched in a pretty quiet time. But, Lies of P, of course, DLC, looks great. Frostpunk is also launching in the summer, console version. That's for a very specific audience. Might also do well. I'm not even getting, like, fun gameplay for this. But, and there's also this 2D... I mean, there's a Shinobi game as well, and you have this, which kind of looks similar in terms of, like, side-scrolling, ninja fighting style. I'm sure there's an audience for this Ninja Gaiden game, but that's my point. That's my point. I'm sure there's an audience for all these games, but some gotta give. Some gotta give. So let's look one more time at, like, an article here that we got. So yeah, we go to a list with games. We see Mafia here. There's also an Inazuma 11 game coming out. Metal Gear Solid, obviously. Oh yeah, the Kirby. Like, the Switch 2 titles have been added now too. Hell Is Us, Borderlands, Marathon. Again, there are going to be way more, because these are the games that have an August or September date. But if we then do Control F Summer, that's when you see Dragon Drive. Oh, that's the Switch ARMS game. Again, Dying Light, FBC Firebreak, Frostpunk, Icelanders, I'm not sure what that is, the Lies of P DLC, Monument Valley 3, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, Rematch, oh, that's the new game from the Sifu makers, RoboCop is getting a DLC in the summer. I think my point is clear. It's gonna be crazy. Of course, let me know what games, or if there are any games that you will be picking up in the summer, and again, it will only get crazier. We will be following it. Maybe we'll do an update video. And subscribe for that. Speak to you soon. Goodbye.